a word on confidence. Confidence is not arrogance, y'all. Hey babes, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Dyme and we back at it again. This is your first time here, welcome. Come on in and grab a seat. If you are already a certified babe, then you already kind of know how we give it up over here. Just a quick little overview about what we talk about on this channel. We talk about improving the relationship that we have with ourselves, the inside, working our way from the inside to out. You know, that journey from where you are now to where you want to be, and all of the little effects, details, and little kikis in between. Okay, chit chats, plastic surgery, the beauty industry, dating, all the rest of that jazz. Okay. So this video is going to be about confidence, but first let me get comfortable because I feel like I'm a little bit all over the place. Okay, all right, cool. Mind y'all, I have some tape-ins and I am getting into them, trying to get the feel of them. This is kinky straight hair, so I'm liking it so far. Just trying to figure out, like, find my footing with that because it's my first time having tapes. I had microlinks before, but tapes are a little different, and I don't think I dislike them. I think I like them so far. So we're in January, which means our year has just come in. We are in a great space to really do the things that we've always wanted to do, that we haven't had an opportunity to do. And I wanted to go ahead and get this video in there because I feel like this is an important thing to have when you are embarking on your journey to really like reinvent or really like reset or really get to the other side of where you're trying to get to. And that's confidence. There is so much to be said about confidence that it's almost like irresponsible to not include it in the content. Okay, I can tell you a whole bunch of different things about what needs to be done, what you should be doing, how you could do it, you know, how you need to be thinking. But if you don't have confidence, you have nothing. And I learned that for myself. And since this channel is about me sharing things that I learned with you guys and hopefully enhancing your life in one way or another, I want to go ahead and do a video on this. So, yeah, let's spend some time on it. Over the years, I've gone on different journeys with like my personal confidence, and it's been an interesting journey to say the least. Like, I've been up, I've been down, I've been more confident than other times. I've been less confident at other times, you know, and sometimes like life and different things that we go through can really have an effect on you in that way. So the ebb and flow is like normal. But overall, I've been able to find, you know, kind of like a median level of confidence to keep me afloat no matter what is happening. And I just kind of want to share with you guys what I've done to be able to do that. I grew up, so I'm 5'10", I'm a woman. That is not an average height. So I grew up tall, skinny. I didn't get a body until high school, okay? And even then I was still very slender. It gave Los Cienega Boulevard is real bad. And you know, even though I was bubbly and I was a likable person, I didn't really feel comfortable in my skin. I didn't really feel like the visions of beauty that I had seen. Everybody in my family was curvy, and while all of the women were tall, they were curvy. They had curves, even them out. They were beautiful. They weren't in that awkward stage. And for me, I just didn't see myself in that. Like, I didn't see how I looked like that, and I didn't see how those looks related to me. So I had to actually find confidence for myself. And my parents, they instilled confidence in me in terms of like, you're really smart, you are loved, you are cared for. But my parents weren't really like, you so pretty, you so pretty, you so pretty. That wasn't what they really harped on. They would tell me I looked pretty. Yeah, I heard it, but it wasn't like their point of like importance. For my parents, it was, you smart, you smart, you smart, you do good in school, you a good girl, your mommy and your daddy love you, sort of thing, right? But it wasn't like you pretty, pretty, pretty. So my looks weren't really something that I was like in tune with. I don't even think I even paid attention to them a lot, but I felt like when I did pay attention to them, was I really beautiful? I knew people liked me, but like, what did that even mean? You know, I was just kind of like, in regards to that. So I had to build my confidence and I really had to find myself. And there were a couple of things that I needed to do in order to do that. Like, I just needed to find things about myself, one, that didn't correlate with my looks that I liked about me to build my confidence. And that's what I started with, because I knew that that was something that I could control. I can't control how I look to other people. I cannot control, you know, what other people think about me. And I can't even control about how I feel about my looks. But I can find things that I could actually control, like how intelligent I was, like how good of a person I was, like if I was trustworthy, if I was, you know, how my personality unfolded. I could control those. And so that's where I focused on. And that helped me build my confidence a lot. But outside of that, being young and, you know, still finding my way, it was still a journey. At 30 now, looking back on that and having a healthy amount of confidence, there are different things that I have done and different things that I have experienced and journeyed through where I feel like I can share with you how I have reached this healthy level of confidence. First thing I'll say, because this is a pretty easy one, is you gotta find some level of belief about yourself and what you got going on. Like, affirmations are very helpful with that. So if you have any like sticky notes or anything that you can post or tape to your wall, or different things that pop up on your phone on a consistent basis that can reassure you and affirm you in the things that you want to believe, that's helpful. Like, you know, we always have this, you know, there are split ideas about faking it till you make it, but with the affirmation thing, you could look at it like that, but it's good to speak life into yourself. It is good to really speak your end goal over yourself in the meantime, because that's how you manifest, but then it's also how you get to believe things. So that positive self-talk, telling yourself like, I am beautiful in spite of, or I am beautiful internally, so externally I'm radiant. Whatever you want to talk about, or whatever it is that you want to speak life over, you should do that. We all have different things that we probably don't like about ourselves, or we want to improve or whatever. But for me, I think before you actually physically change things, you should change your mindset and then figure out, do you really want to change it, or has it just been some negative talk said to you or some negative conditioning before you go and fix something? Because you don't know if you're fixing it because somebody else said they don't like it or because you truly don't like it. And I think that that's where the affirmations start, because you can figure out how you truly feel once you start speaking that life over yourself. Like, okay, when I had my son, a lot of my hair fell out. And you know, it's like postpartum hair loss. And I wasn't really bothered by the bald spots, but if I was, I would possibly write a affirmation that says, in spite of hair loss, I am beautiful inside and out. Or I would say, there is nothing externally that could make me more beautiful than my heart is, or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever you need to say to speak life over yourself, so that you're not beating yourself up about something that probably ain't even ugly or an issue to somebody else. You wanna talk positive and speak life over yourself. And that's definitely one point of building your confidence. And I've done that a lot of the time, like about different things. Like, okay, I might be having a money issue at some point in my life, and I might have said, I'm a money magnet. Money is always looking for me. Everything that I want wants me in return. That's an affirmation. Do I know where the next dollar might come from at that particular point? I don't know. But it helps me to reassure myself that I will be okay no matter what, and everything that I want also wants me to, and helps me to reassure myself and be confident in an area that I would otherwise not be confident in. And that works the same way with personal confidence. Okay, so that's something that definitely that I feel like worked. This is a really big one, and I think this is the biggest one out of all of them. But another way that I was able to establish and really like keep and nurture my personal confidence was my personal loyalty to myself. Like, staying loyal to yourself and to the things you set out to do really will boost your confidence. Really saying like, I want this and I'm gonna follow through on it, really helps you to develop a certain level of confidence that nothing anybody else can give you will be able to do. I hope I said that right. But like, it gives you a certain level of confidence when you set out to do something and you see it through. Even if it's not 100% successful, the fact that you were scared, or the fact that you were uncomfortable, or the fact that you didn't know how it would turn out, but you bet on yourself and you actually like followed through with it, that will build your confidence so crazy that if somebody come and say, you ugly, you be like, girl, I can be ugly, but guess what? I'm that girl, and I've proven it to myself, so I really don't care what you think. Somebody can come to you and say, well, you broke, you ain't got no money. Okay, I'm broke, but baby, I'm that girl because I could do hard things that you probably wouldn't even think about doing. You know what I mean? It gives you a different level of confidence, and that really is an internal confidence because nobody is telling you, you look good, you look nice, you deserve, you should have. You are already deciding for yourself that you deserve and you should have because you've done the work. You know what I mean? You've seen yourself through. You love yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing, because I feel like after some of the hard stuff that I've done in my life, I have never been more confident. And a word on confidence. Confidence is not arrogance, y'all. And I want to make that clear because it would be irresponsible of me to not separate it. Arrogance is, for me, arrogance is not confidence in the way that arrogance is you faking confidence in spite of insecurities to make everybody else believe it, okay? And that differs from an affirmation because affirmations are delusional in a way where they don't harm anyone else and they don't shit on anyone else. And they don't make anyone else or attempt to make anybody else feel small or inferior. They're all about building yourself up. Arrogance is loud. It can be very nasty. It can be very belittling to other people. And I don't get down like that. Confidence is no matter what happens, no matter what the other person has, no matter what successes someone else has going on, I know that I am still worthy. I am okay. I'm still loved. I'm still that girl to me, if not for no one else. That's what confidence is for me. And that's the difference. Arrogance is, I have this and they don't have that. And I fly private and they fly coach. Like, that's arrogant and it's snooty and I don't like it. Because if you gotta compare something, then that means that there is some level of lack or some level of low vibrational something going on the inside of you. And it's probably worth looking at and fixing rather than pointing out someone else's issues, perceived issues. You feel me? So yeah, that's that for me. That leads me to my next thing though. Another thing that has helped me build and protect and nurture my personal confidence has been realizing that everything is custom. You know, everything is custom. You have to not compare. I've learned like comparing what you got going on with what somebody else got going on is very deadly, and it will really like ruin you because you'll be constantly looking at, well, what do I have? And what do they have? And what do I have? And what do they have? And why do they have that? And I don't have this. It's low vibrational. And when you interact in a low vibrational way, it brings your vibes down. And when you bring your vibes down, you're bringing your confidence down. I learned that. I've never been a hater, but I've had situations where I'm like, well, that's crazy because why don't I have it? Like, I like that they have it, but I feel like I should have it too. You know what I mean? And I feel like I wasn't focused on my own paper. Like, focus on your own paper. You know, when I used to tell you in school, like, keep your eyes on your paper. Like, it's important to realize that your life and your blessings and your highlight reel is custom to you. Your creator is putting something together so grand and so beautiful for you specifically. You can't be looking at what nobody else got going on, because then you start to compete. Then you start to try to like go toe to toe, and that's ego. You know what I mean? And I had to learn that for myself. I am more confident when I am not resting in my ego. I feel more led, more directed, more protected when I'm not resting in my ego. And that builds my confidence. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, the creator got it. They know more than I do. That's cool. I love that for you. I cannot wait till you go big on big. And I'm going to be there to tell you that I'm proud of you then too. Like, that's how operating that way has really helped me. Because when you just really say, wow, God is really grand. He did that for you. God really did that for you. God is really grand. That gratitude spills over into my life, and that gratitude really helped me, where God was like, you know what? You've been faithful. You didn't throw a tantrum because you didn't get it first. I'm gonna give you some too. And it really helps you to nurture that confidence, because it helps you to be confident that your creator also has good things for you and the good stuff is coming, even if it seems like somebody else got theirs first, if they've done less for more, whatever, because you don't know what's going on in someone else's life. So to compare the two, to get jealous in any way, to apply envy to anything that anybody else has going on, you're doing yourself a disservice, and then you bring your confidence down, because then you start feeling like you're missing something, or you're not having something, or you're not worthy of something, or why do they have and you don't? When that's not the case at all. It just, the divine timing is meaningful, and we don't know what storms that they battled, and we don't know why their reward is that. And you have to be understanding that your good stuff is coming too, and that helps your confidence to grow, and it helps for you to stand tall and be confident in the fact that your creator is aligning things for you, right? And that's what I had to realize, and I have been able to nurture my confidence so much more, because I don't feel like I lack anything. I don't lack anything, because everything that I want is on its way to me. Whether it's on my timeline or not, it's on its way to me. So all is well, I will be okay. So the next thing for me, I would say that I really learned was gratitude for the big and the small things. Like, one thing that I can say is, like, I don't know, like, I feel like there's so many different ways that I feel about the word confidence, but confidence for me is just feeling like no matter what happens, I'm gonna be straight. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be okay. Like, all is well. I don't lack anything. I have all of what I need to have for the people who need it. You know what I mean? For the people who want it. Nothing that is for me will miss me. I won't miss anything that is meant to be for me, whether it is a man, whether it's an opportunity, whether it is a trip, whether it is money, whether it is anything. Nothing that is for me truly I will miss. So there's no reason for me to feel like I'm not enough, or I'm missing something, or I need a little bit of this or that. Now, if it's for me, then it's for me, child. But like, you know, I'm not really tripping about missing anything, about lacking anything. Do you get what I'm saying? And so something that I feel plays a big part in that is gratitude for the big and small things. Like, I literally, some days, just be like, thank you for this meal that I'm about to receive. It could have been peanut butter and jelly. Thank you for this meal I'm about to receive. I was craving this, and and I'm eating it now. I could have been stuck eating cornflakes. You know, I'm grateful for it. And it opens up my mind to the fact that, like, wow, how could you lack confidence in a space-time reality where your creator is really literally bringing forth miracles to you every day? And it seems dramatic, but it's not. It's literally that serious. You feel me? Like, I could have been eating cornflakes, but I'm having pasta. I could have been sleeping on an air mattress, but I'm sleeping on a mattress in a headboard set. Baby, because the line is thin between having and not having. So expressing that gratitude really just helps me to feel confident, to know that I'm always protected. I'm always looked out for. I'm covered. It helps me. And I just want to share that with you, because expressing gratitude could possibly help you in building your personal confidence, and not only just yourself, but your creator that loves you, and the universe that nurtures you, and your tribe that looks after you. You know what I mean? That definitely has worked wonders for me, and just feeling like all is well's all in. I'm gonna be okay. Now, this is paramount, okay? Protecting my space. This is the most obvious one, I feel like, and I feel like I probably should have put this one first because it was obvious, but protecting your space is always going to help you nurture, protect, and build your personal confidence, because sometimes you gotta isolate and go in your bag and get crazy in your bag and build yourself up with truth, and build yourself up with facts, and build yourself up with love, so that when you step up out of your bag, it's like you impenetrable to the BS. You feel me? Like the BS can't touch you. Because keeping people in your space that are giving you constant negative self-talk, constant negative commentary, telling you ain't this, you ain't that, you ain't gonna never have, you ain't gonna never find, being around people who making like little sidebar, little nasty jokes and saying, oh, I'm just kidding, it's not that deep. People who, you know, telling you ain't good enough, you need to try something else, it's never gonna work for you. How you gonna have any confidence around people like that? Baby, I have been around different spirits, and when I say spirits, I mean people, but baby, the spirit just don't be clicking. You feel me? Like, I've been around some different people and been looking at them like, what type of person do you gotta be to tell me something like that? Or what type of person do you have to be where you wanna break my spirit in that way? And I've had different moments where my confidence has suffered as a result of what people are constantly saying to me. You are what you constantly consume, okay? So if you constantly listen to somebody telling you you ain't shit, eventually you're gonna feel like I ain't shit. You have to make changes. You have to protect your space, get them squares about your circle immediately, because before you know it, you'll be listening to somebody tell you something that is a lie, that is so big and so grand that it has the power to derail you and take you off your path and misalign you completely, and you won't be able to really function in the way that you want to function. So it's very important to protect your space and remove people who are not serving you and not speaking life into you. Constructive criticism is okay. We all have something that we could fix or we can improve. However, having people around you telling you that you ain't this, you ain't that, you can't be, you'll never be, you can't have, you won't ever, cut it. Cut them. And my next thing is supporting your community. Doing for and supporting your community. So I know that a lot of my confidence, remember in the beginning of the video when I was just kind of like, I wasn't really focused on my looks initially, so I looked for things that I found confidence in to build my overall feelings about myself. Community service is one of those things. I really liked doing for others and operating in compassion. So I like doing and being a help to other people that help me feel good about myself. Now, over the years, I've had to really like find boundaries and not be a people pleaser and not overexhaust myself in order to be able to feel like I've done something good. But the very basis of it all has been doing for my community and serving those who need help. That has always built my confidence because it has made me feel like I'm doing something that is useful. I am helping someone, and you know, my life isn't going in vain. I'm doing something that can help someone better their life or to enhance their life. Like, that's something that you can't take away from me. Like, even if people decided that I was ugly and I didn't look good, or even if I lost a butt cheek and I wasn't shapely or whatever, I would still feel confident in the fact that I'm a good person. And these things are important. Confidence shouldn't rest on just your looks. Now, yes, girl, you should do what you need to do to look how you want to look, but it shouldn't rest just on your looks, because this life is just so wild. Like, we never know what's going to happen. To really be able to build, nurture, and keep personal confidence, you have to do things that come from the inside that don't require someone to have eyes. You know what I mean? So doing for and supporting your community is very important. And doing for and supporting your tribe in a way that is not detrimental to you is very important. Okay? And for my last thing, y'all already know I'm about to tell y'all, invest in your development. Okay, like, this is something that I'm leaving last because it's not the most important thing, but obviously it's helpful, right? Like, investing in your development, your looks, and your knowledge, in, you know, your understanding of your world and the world of others, that type of stuff enriches you. Learn a language, you know what I mean? Get your titties done or something. Like whatever it is that you want to fix or that you want to enhance, feel free to do that, you know what I mean? Learn how to do your makeup, learn how to pluck your eyebrows, figure out how to cultivate a new hairstyle for yourself, get into skincare, really develop those different regimens and those different things that you like, put them together and develop yourself. Really put money and time into your self-development, because that too will enhance your confidence. You'll feel good because you're already doing the work to, you know, be a good person inside and out, but you'll also look good. And that's just gonna add to the confidence too. You get what I'm saying? So definitely take that time to invest in your development, care about yourself, you know, do the things that you feel good to you. Because out of all the things that I've shared with you, I stand behind them things. Like I actually did those things for myself, and they really helped me to look at myself and love myself different over the years. Man or no man, relationship, no relationship, kid, no kid. Sometimes you just gotta get in the lab and really make sure that you are building or rebuilding and cultivating and nurturing the thing that is important. And the thing that is important is self-esteem. You have to have self-esteem, and confidence is self-esteem. You gotta feel like I'm important, I matter, I deserve good things, I'm worthy of the good stuff. And if you don't have confidence and you don't have self-esteem, you won't feel that way. So you gotta start from the top and work your way from the inside out, so that even if you don't have 10 bands to get that tummy tuck that you want, you already know that with all your extra curves, all your extra skin, all your extra whatever, you still are worthy of the good stuff. So when you do get that money and you do make a change, you're not being arrogant, but you're being all around full-blown confident. You know what I'm saying? And I learned that from me. It ain't no amount of plastic surgery, no amount of beauty regimen, ain't no amount of clothes I could wear, labels I could buy, Chanel's I could wear that's going to change how I feel about myself, or lack thereof. Because I know that I've done the work from the inside, working my way out, and that's the way that I keep and nurture and nourish and build my self-esteem and my confidence. So I just wanted to share that with you guys at the top of the year, because, you know, implementing different habits and, you know, really working on different things that you want to change, it takes time. So why not start at the beginning of the year, and by the end of the year you see a different you, and you see different changes that you've made for yourself, and you love yourself just a little bit harder, just a little bit more. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What was one thing that you feel like you could implement in your life, or something that resonated with you? Put it in the comments, share with a friend if you think it's useful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.